From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
American Door Company has been family owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Wow, I mean, we take a look at some of these rainfall totals as I'm recording this, and very impressive rainfall totals out at the Redding Airport. This is the Redding Airport. In fact, the Redding Airport actually saw more rain than West Redding, but there you can see over an inch of rainfall with this storm system so far. It seems as though the area of low pressure kind of stalled itself out, and the areas that saw rain was just a few areas, of course, mainly off to the east here. And this is the main area where we really saw most of the rain here for today. And it seemed like it was pretty steady all day long, giving us, of course, some of that, of course, a lot of rainfall in many areas, in particular, as you can see around Redding, and then even to the west and northwest of Redding, again, where we saw the bulk of the rain. Now, there are flood alerts out there. Number one, now these were all issued before the storm even arrived, kind of in anticipation of the rain and the potential for flooding, number one. And number two, with all of the potential for mudslides and debris flows from all of the burn-scarred areas, that's certainly an area of concern. Now, as we soon discovered and realized that this particular area was going to get the bulk of the rain, the National Weather Service issued a flood advisory until 6:15. And if we continue to see the rain here through the evening hours, there's a very good chance that that may be extended here in time. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. But there is some localized flooding, minor flooding at this point in many parts of Redding. And if we continue to see the rain as we are, we could be looking at the potential for some more flooding here into the evening hours. But that all being said, this is the main event today, I think, for most. And then I think we're going to see less in the way of that widespread rain. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here when we look at Futurecast. But eventually, by Labor Day, Monday, I think everyone will be dry. It finally starts to dry out. But there's a little bit of a kink in there. And I'll show you what that is as well, because at this point, I'm not 100% confident that it will be dry on Labor Day for everyone at least. Again, we'll take a look at that here in a bit. But next week, highs should be below normal, even though it is going to warm up. All right, so here's your hour-by-hour forecast going into tonight for the Valley. We've got showers. We've even got thunderstorms going into the early morning hours. But things will start to kind of taper off, especially as we go into tomorrow morning. Now for the Valley, what I've got here, you see how we have a chance for showers in there. But overall, I don't think the Valley is going to see much activity here for tomorrow. I think most of it will be in the mountains, and even that won't be all that widespread either. Speaking of the mountains, here's what we have in store for us tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and there you can see the chance for thunderstorms for pretty much everyone in the mountains for your Saturday. All right, so here it is. This is the area of low pressure I've been talking about all week long. It finally moved down to the south here. I'm going to zoom in a bit closer so you can clearly see the rotation. And it pretty much just stalled itself out here. Look at kind of the rotation around the main area of low pressure. So it's the positioning of that low, which is the reason why some areas saw rain and others really didn't even get a drop of rain. You can kind of see this little dry slot right here. And that's essentially areas that just didn't see much in the way of rain, if any, really. So this will eventually start to kind of shift off to the west. And I think eventually everyone's going to get in on some form of rain. So let's take a look at Futurecast. This is 9 o'clock tonight. As it shifts off to the west, we're going to be looking at more rain and could get heavy at times still for the Redding area. This is why I think that flood advisory and that flood watch for, basically the area that you saw earlier around the Redding area may be extended past 6:15 this evening, because if we see the rain that we're seeing here in the Futurecast, there's a potential for some flooding, because we're already seeing flooding in the Redding area. And if we get more rain like we've seen, then I think we're going to be looking at more than just minor flooding. We'll have to kind of wait and see. But there you can see down into the Red Bluff area, even some showers. But look at Chico. Chico really not getting in on a whole lot of this rain. And then, of course, you can see in the mountains the scattered showers. We're still just at 9 o'clock here tonight. So let's take you into tomorrow morning. This is tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Now what we're seeing here happen is we're starting to dry things out for the valley. The low pressure system is beginning to shift westward. So this activity is moving northward. This activity is moving to the south. Why? Because again, you got the center of the low here and it all rotates around that area of low pressure. So that's why this is moving northward. And it's typically the east side of the low pressure system that you've got the most intense rain. This is where you have the most amount of instability, which is why we're seeing the heavier rainfall there. Now this is what we're seeing here is what we call kind of more of a wraparound type moisture. All the rain that's here kind of wraps around, and then on the back side of that low, you see the showers, which is mainly over the ocean, as you can see at this point. But this right here is pretty heavy rain. There are no flood advisories for the Eastern Mountains or Modoc County, but that too may change, especially as we go into the overnight hours. Now watch what happens as we go to the noon hour on Saturday. Number one, again, we're not seeing much activity for the valley. Most of the rain off to the west is off the coast, and we're still seeing the activity in the Eastern Mountains. But I still think we could be looking at some activity in Trinity County, and not to mention Siskiyou County as well. Now we're going to take you into Saturday afternoon, and this is about 6 p.m. On Saturday. Things are kind of tapering off a bit here. Still fairly dry in the valley, a few scattered showers, maybe still a few thunderstorms here and there Saturday evening, but overall, we're kind of getting a bit of a break. Right now, we're going to take a look at Sunday morning. Here's about 8 a.m. We're seeing another round of some showers and thunderstorms developing once again in the Eastern Mountains. And look at this, even in the valley, there's a little bit of activity trying to develop here as well. Now we're going to take you into Sunday, 3 p.m. And again, we're seeing kind of that rotation around the area of low pressure, but we've got the thunderstorms developing in the mountains for the most part. But look at the valley. We're not seeing a lot of activity. Now, a lot of this could be what we call convective type of thunderstorms, where we get the daytime heating of the day, and you see those thunderstorms developing here. But that's Sunday at 3 p.m. All right, now we're going to take you to Sunday at 6 p.m. You see how it's all kind of just beginning to kind of push off to the south and east. It's diminishing, and then by Sunday night, I think it'll be gone. So this is Sunday night at 11 p.m. You're seeing fairly dry conditions at this point. Now, I was thinking that we'll most likely be dry on Labor Day, on Monday. But this particular forecast model, and there's another one, the European forecast model, that's actually more aggressive, and that through the day on Monday, there could be some showers and thunderstorms in the higher elevations. So we can't rule that out. This one is waiting until 10 p.m. on Monday night, but should be dry through the day on Monday. And then as we take you into Tuesday morning, you can still see some activity off to the east, and then it completely dries out for the rest of next week. So what do we take from this? Here's the bottom line. As I mentioned, today is the main event, especially for the valley. We're still going to see scattered showers and thunderstorms here for both Saturday and Sunday. And it's going to be one of those situations where if you're out camping, you'll be dry, then you may see a passing shower, you may see a passing thunderstorm, which would mean heavy rainfall at times. So that's essentially what we're dealing with here over the weekend for both Saturday and Sunday. And then at this point on Monday, I'm keeping it dry, but stay tuned to the forecast because that may change as well. I may be including chances for showers on Monday as well, but for now I'm keeping it dry. Here are the rainfall totals through 11 p.m. And quite honestly, when you have a pattern like this where you see off and on scattered showers, it's really difficult to pinpoint exactly how much rain areas we'll see. But what this does is it kind of gives you a general sense of where most of the rain will be. Eastern mountains, and then again off to the west of the valley as well. All right, so let's go and take a look at what it looks like tonight. I do think we're going to see showers and thunderstorms developing late tonight, early tomorrow morning for the Eastern mountains. Not much activity at this point overnight into tomorrow morning for the valley. So there'll still be some showers in the evening and late night hours, but most will be off to the east at this point, and then not much activity off to the west either. Now for tomorrow, here it is again. All of the mountains have a chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. I do have a chance for maybe a stray shower in the valley, but for now, I don't think the valley is going to see much activity for Saturday. All right, so but we still can't rule out the chance for a passing sprinkle or a light shower. For the coast, we've got showers and maybe even some thunderstorms on Saturday as well. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook, and here it is. Saturday, Sunday, isolated showers and thunderstorms here for both Saturday, Sunday. For now, I've got Labor Day dry. That may change. Stay tuned on that one. And then it looks like it'll be dry for the rest of next week. All right, here's a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley. I've got a slight chance in there for both Saturday and Sunday. Are we going to see much for the valley over the weekend? No, I think most of it will be in the mountains. But don't be surprised if you're in the valley and you see a passing sprinkle or a light shower on both Saturday and Sunday. In fact, Sunday may actually have a slightly better chance for seeing a stray shower. And then on Monday, Labor Day does look dry. And temperatures are warming up, but still below normal in the upper 80s to low 90s.